There's plenty of people that say, oh, this is too hard for you, but I get this determined attitude, and I say, no, it's not. I can do it.
I work at least 20 hours a week at Taco Bell, 20 hours at the Video Resource Center, 10 hours a week doing babysitting, 10 hours for the lab assistant job at the university. So altogether in 1 week it's 60 hours. And full-time 15 credit hours at the University of Oklahoma.
It gets crazy, but I'm way determined to complete my path and make my dreams come true. I have cerebral palsy, so every year I would go to St. Louis Shriners Hospital. I would have different doctors come in, and I was so inspired by them. I've told my parents, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to help others. I'm affected on my whole right side. I was actually born with it. When I was younger, I wasn't able to really put my foot down all the way. If I did stop stretching, it would be on a more serious level. It does hurt. And there's been those limits to where I'm crying. There's something inside me that says, you can't stop. When I was younger, I got to see a lot of the medical atmosphere, and I've got to see it with my own eyes, other children, and I want to go into pediatrics. Kids, they're filled with joy, and I love that about them.
She had to overcome things, as a young child that most of us don't ever have to deal with. She's so focused on her dream, and she doesn't let those other details really get in her way.
I came from Wiesbaden, Germany. We didn't really plan to stay, but there was some issues with my biological dad, and he flew back and left us here. My mom, I can see the amount of pressure that she has on her shoulders. She's came to me before with tears in her eyes. She says, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this bill. Can you help me? And I say, yeah, of course I'll help you. I worked at Taco Bell for about a year now. My brother is a shift manager, and then my little brother, he's a team trainer. We'll all pull together as a family, and we'll make sure that financially everything is sound. I start the day early and end the day late at night. And this is just my undergrad years. I still have my graduate years in medical school. It is a long road ahead, but I've always had this driven power to show others that I can do it. I feel like everybody should go to college. You can accomplish great things while you're in college. You can do a lot. I was able to hike a mountain. It was about 13,000 feet. When I was little, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it a quarter of the way. I kept saying to myself, you got this. There's nothing holding you back. You can make it to the top. When I made it down, I was so happy. I was like, wow, I just did that. I can show people, I can do it too. I can be just like you guys. There's no physical things that'll keep me back. Things can get in the way, but you can't just quit. That's how I've done it. And that's how I'll continue to live my life.